then they would not have ceased to be offered.
Otherwise, they will not cease to have been offered. Go ahead.
Because
Y'all your own audience. Y'all must go over there and teach y'all your own audience. Go ahead.
for then they would not have ceased to be offered.
They now cease to be what?
To be offered.
They now cease to be offered. Go ahead.
Because that the worshipers once
I read verse
heard.
1 and down. I'm reading verse 5 again. I read always verse 1. You slow.
The
You
worship.
said how? Watch, go back and watch the video. See where I started from. Go
The
ahead.
worshippers once purged should have had no more conscience of sins.
Go ahead.
But in those sacrifices,
And those what? Go ahead.
there is a remembrance again made of sins every year.
Every year. Go ahead.
For it is not possible that the blood of bulls,
He's saying it a second time. But of bulls and goats, early in verses 1 and down. Go ahead.
for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins.
Here we go again. Go ahead.
Wherefore, when he cometh into the world,
Wherefore, when Christ came into the world, go ahead.
he saith,
He said, go ahead.
sacrifice,
What?
sacrifice,
What?
sacrifice,
Go ahead.
and offering,
An offering of what? Animals. Go ahead.
thou wouldest not. It is this day.
So it's not telling you how to be perfect, it's telling you to be perfect. Now go to Hebrews 10:14.
10:14. Read that. Read
Read that
10:14.
out for me.
Let's see how to be perfect. How do we be perfect?
How we be perfect, y'all boys?
Wait, come on. 14. Read it.
Read it out. Read it out. Read it out.
10:14.
Hebrews 10, verse 14. For by one offering he hath perfected forever them that are sanctified. Wherefore the Holy Ghost also is a witness to us. For after that he has said before, this is the covenant.
Wait. Read it again.
Verse 14. For by one offering,
What offering?
Christ.
No.
Christ is the offering. Is he not?
For what? What verse? What
His
purpose?
sacrifice on the cross. So for by
Wait.
one offering, what has he done by the...
Wait. You went to 14.
That's 14?
No.
That's 14?
Wait. That's 14. Yes.
Okay, so for...
Wait. Don't worry. Stay there. Say it again. Verse 14 from again.
verse 14. For by one offering,
One what?
one offering he hath perfected forever them that are sanctified. Whereof
Prior to that, how they perfected? Prior to that, how they perfected?
It says that's how we're made perfect.
No.
We're not.
Prior to that, how they perfected? Prior to that.
We're not. They're
No, I
not
didn't ask you
perfect.
that.
They're not perfect.
I asked you.
They're not
I asked you.
How were they perfect
How
before
were
and
they-
then made perfect?
Listen carefully.
Thank you. See?
Listen
See?
carefully. You got a whole, you got
They're not
cheerleaders.
perfect.
Listen carefully. How are they perfected before Christ died?
They're not. They're
not.
Hebrews 10 and 1.
By faith.
Verse 1.
By faith.
Verse 1. Verse 1.
How can you...
Hebrews chapter 10 verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come.
The what?
The law.
What law is this? Do you know?
Be in the shadow, right?
What law is this? You know?
You're the Mosaic law. God's law.
Okay, we on.
For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices,
What?
those sacrifices,
What law?
What sacrifice?
those sacrifices,
Which ones?
Oh, let's see. We're going to continue reading. We're about
Okay,
to see.
it's not gonna help you. Don't help you at all. We don't.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
which they offered year by year,
What's those?
Keep
You
going.
see how he had to keep
going.
going, right? Now read that.
continually make the comers thereunto perfect.
Wait, make them what?
Perfect.
Go ahead.
It said it cannot.
For
Oh no, I know. You don't do
Okay,
it.
say cannot.
verse 4,
So keep going.
Stop helping you. I'm telling you. We don't.
verse 4, for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins.
They know that.
Yeah.
We know that. So what's it referring to?
So what offering is it talking about in 14?
Animal sacrifice.
It's talking about that offering? It just said it cannot make
Read
it
verse
perfect.
1 from again. Verse 1 again.
Really? Come on.
Verse 1,
It can't happen
for
from
the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices,
Those what?
those sacrifices,
Those sacrifices. The law of sacrifices. The temple law. Read on.
which they offered year by year,
Which they offered year by year. Laughing a nervous laugh. They offered the year-by-year temple law, sacrificial law, which they offered the year-by-year. Go ahead.
Continually
Go ahead.
make the comers thereunto perfect.
Because they were sinful. Read on.
Verse 4. For it is not possible
It is not possible what?
that the blood of bulls,
Of what?
of
bulls, animal sacrifice,
and of goats
and of goats, it's going to explain the perfection is, go ahead,
should take away sins.
should take away their sins. So animal sacrifice was done away with when Christ died on the cross.
Right.
That's what it's talking about, sir. That's the perfection is going into when Christ died. Now, hold on. Give me Hebrews 9 and 9 now.
There we go.
You know about this one now, did you? 9 and 9. Read that.
Running now.
Hebrews
Hebrews.
9 and 9.
Hebrews 9 verse 9.
Read it out.
Which was a figure for the time then present.
Not the same with 10 and 1 just said. I'm not running anywhere. 9 and 1 is the same. Chapter 9 and 10 is the same thing. Read again.
Hebrews 9 and 9. Which was a figure for the time then present.
Go ahead.
In which were offered both gifts.
What?
Both gifts
Gifts.
and sacrifices.
The time then present was when the temple stood. Gifts and what?
Sacrifices.
And sacrifices. Go ahead.
That's
That
right.
could not make the comers, that could not make him that did the service perfect.
That did the sacrificing perfect. Go ahead.
As,
So when you sacrifice animals, that make it perfect. Read on.
as pertaining to the conscience,
Appertaining to the conscience of the mind. Go ahead.
which stood only in meats.
Which only in what?
In meats
What meat is that? You don't know. That's why you're quiet. Meat offering. Meat. Read on.
and drinks,
Drinks as in drink offerings. Animal sacrifice. Again.
which stood only in
Because
meats.
y'all slow know what I'm talking about. Because you're slow.
Animal sacrifice.
Because I'm reading it right
We're
here.
not talking about animal sacrifice though.
Well, you are. You mentioned perfection in verse 14. No, no. You mentioned verse 14.
Who is he?
Listen.
Is
You
he
meant-
the animal?
Stop. You mentioned verse. He is the person who offered the sacrifice. Read from again. You guys in your own mind. Read that again. Read from again. They slow. Read from again.
Hebrews chapter 9, verse 9, which was a figure for the time then present,
Go ahead.
in which were offered both gifts,
In which were offered both what?
gifts and sacrifices,
Go ahead.
that could not make him that did the service.
That cannot make him that did the service. The sacrificing, sir. You understand now? Read on.
That could not make him that did the service perfect,
Right.
as pertaining to the conscience,
Go ahead. It wasn't Christ. Go ahead.
which stood only
Which stood only in what?
in meats
Meats,
and drinks
drinks,
and diverse washings.
and diverse washings. That's all temple law. They all confused now. They ain't see it coming. Do a curveball. Because that's you referring to. Read on.
So let me
and
ask
carnal
you,
ordinances imposed on
And carnal what?
carnal ordinances
Imposed what?
imposed on them
Carnal ordinances or sacrifices imposed on them until what?
until the time of reformation.
Until Christ came and his death perfected them. That was the sacrifice. That was the perfection talking about. Hebrews 10 and 1 now.
Why are you talking about animal sacrifice when we're
Because
not?
you mentioned the perfection. I'm showing you what it is. You just do
Perfection of
understand
what?
it.
Look at Hebrews
10 and 1 again.
What is Hebrews 10
Hebrews
talking
10
about?
verse
He's
1,
talking about animal
for the
sacrifice,
law.
he's talking about Christ.
I'm starting from chapter verse 1. You confused.
Hebrews 10 is talking about Christ, brother.
10 and
It's talking
1.
about Christ.
10 and 1.
He has
Hebrews 10 and
perfected
1.
all of them by one offering. By one offering.
Of what?
An animal sacrifice.
In place of what?
himself
In
was
place of
repeated.
what? In place of what?
Bro,
I'm with you.
So instead of the
I'm
animal
with you. I'm with you.
let me tell you.
No, I don't need you to tell me.
Instead of the animal sacrifice, we have
Hebrews
Christ.
chapter 10 verse 1,
time. That's what he's
for
talking
the
about.
law,
We know, so we're reading
So
it.
if God's
You
standard
got-
is perfection,
for the
how are
law,
we perfect?
having a
By
shadow
Christ.
of good things to
Not by
come,
works, bro.
and not
It's
the
right there
very
in the
image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices,
With those what?
with those sacrifices,
Those sacrifices cannot what?
which they offer year by year,
Which they offered. That's they offered year by year. Go ahead.
continually
Continually. Go ahead.
make the comers thereunto
That's the
perfect.
concept. Read on.
Verse 4,
No, I'm just teaching now. You guys are idiots. Read on.
verse 4, for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins.
Bulls and goats should not take away sins.
Right.
No perfection comes from animal sacrifice, sir. Read on. That's what it says. Read on.
Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he saith, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me.
Go ahead.
And burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin,
And what?
and sacrifices for sin,
Sacrifices for sin. Go ahead.
thou hast had no pleasure.
He had no pleasure in animal sacrifice for sin, for perfection. Go ahead.
It seems as though you
Then
don't
said I,
understand. Listen,
lo,
So offering sacrifice of perfection is no longer valid. Read on.
then said
You ain't listening. I'm not talking to you no more. You're listening.
Okay,
Read
so
on.
it seems
Then
as
said
though
I,
you don't
lo,
understand the context
I
of what
come
you
in the
said.
volume
Read
of the
context and
book.
then read that
It
verse.
is written
Let's
of
start
me.
from verse 1. You saw a context. Let's start from verse 1.
It is written of me to do thy will, O God.
He is rebels and goats in verse 4.
Okay,
You
so
confused.
read from verse 5 to
Verse 8.
I read from verse 1. You still confused. You went to verse 5 now?
Read Hebrews 10.
I'm reading Hebrews 10.
Okay, so read it down to verse
I did. I read verse 1 and down. You ain't
Start-
listening.
start at verse
I'm
5.
reading it again. Start verse 1. Let's
You
start
did
from
not
verse
read
1.
it. You did not read it.
He's retarded. Read verse 1 again.
Bulls and goats. It's not talking
That
about
was
bulls
verse
and goats.
1. You saw verse 5 for what? Start from the top.
Okay, so if the Bible say we're not perfected from
Brother,
bulls and
you
goats,
stumbling, bro,
and
right
then
now.
it says
Stop,
we're
you
perfected
stumbling.
by
You
one
know what's going
sacrifice, who is it talking about?
Read from verse, read from
Who is
the
it
top.
talking
Read from
about?
verse 1. Read
Let him
again.
talk.
Hebrews 10 verse 1.
You in shambles, brother man.
He said read verse 5. I read from verse 1. He confused. Read on.
Hebrews 10 verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things,
The animal sacrifices. Go ahead.
can never, with those
With
sacrifices,
those what?
sacrifices
That's verse 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Go ahead.
which they offered year by year,
Which they offered year by year sacrifice. The context sacrifice from verse 1, where I started from. You weren't listening. Go ahead.
continually
Continually, year by year,
make the comers thereunto perfect.
make the comers who offer the sacrifices, make them perfect. Animal sacrifice cannot bring perfection. That's what we're talking about. We don't.
For then they would not have ceased to be offered,
Otherwise, they will not cease to have been offered. Go ahead.
because
Y'all your own audience. Y'all listen. Y'all must go over there and teach y'all your own audience. Go ahead.
for then they would not have ceased to be offered,
They now cease to be what?
to be
They
offered,
now cease to be offered. Go ahead.
because that the worshipers once
I read verse
purged,
1 and down. I'm reading verse 5 again. I read all the way from verse 1. You slow.
the
He
worship,
said how. Why? Go back and watch the video. See where I started from. Go
the
ahead.
worshipers once purged should have had no more conscience of sins.
Go ahead.
But in those sacrifices,
And those what?
in those sacrifices,
Go ahead.
there is a remembrance again made of sins every year.
Every year. Go ahead.
For it is not possible that the blood of
He's
bulls,
saying it a second time. But of bulls and of goats earlier in verses 1 and down. Go ahead.
for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins.
Here we go again. Go ahead.
Wherefore, when he cometh into the world,
Wherefore, when Christ came into the world, go ahead.
he saith,
He said, go ahead.
sacrifice,
What?
sacrifice,
What?
sacrifice,
Go ahead.
and offering,
And offering of what? Animals. Go ahead.
thou wouldest not,
You would not. Go ahead.
but a body hast thou prepared me.
Okay.
A body.
So who's the body?
Verse 6.
Come on.
And burnt
I
offerings,
know that. Go ahead.
and burnt offerings, and sacrifices for sin, thou hast had no pleasure.
Go ahead.
Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me
Go ahead.
to do thy will, O
Do your will,
God.
my God. Sacrifice. Go ahead.
Above, when he saith,
Above when he said regarding the will. Go ahead.
sacrifice and offering and burnt offerings and offering for sin, thou wouldest not.
No sacrifices. Go ahead.
Neither had his pleasure therein, which are offered by the law.
By the law of sacrifice. Go ahead. Sacrifice. Go ahead.
Then said he, lo, I come to do thy will, O God.
By sacrificing himself. Go ahead.
He taketh away the first,
Covenant.
that he may establish the
The
second,
second. Go ahead.
by the which
covenant.
will we
Okay.
are sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ.
I agree. James 2. I agree.
Finally, he got there. Finally,
We don't have to sacrifice no more. I agree.
Come on,
We
man.
don't have to sacrifice no more. I agree.
Come on, man.
No more sacrifice.
No
I
one
agree.
said nothing about any
James
possession.
2 now.
He
James 2.
just read it.
Yo.
Not a verse, right? James 2 is not a verse. James 2.
Nah,
James chapter 2, verse 17.
James 2 what?
Verse 17. Even so, faith, if
Read it
it,
again.
even so, faith, if it have not worked,
Read it again.
even so, faith, if it have not,
Read it again.
even so, faith, if it have not,
It's so adorable. Look at this smart. It's cute.
Yeah.
Like my son, but
Yeah,
my
that
son,
word of God
you know,
sharper than
smart.
any two-edged sword. Come on.
verse 17. Even so, faith, if it have,
It's adorable. See, son, teach your elders. It's cute.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead.
No Diddy. Go ahead.
Is dead. Being
Read the verse again at the top.
verse 17. Even so, faith, if it have not works,
Faith of what?
faith, if it have not works,
Faith of what?
faith, if it have not works,
To have not works. Go ahead.
We know.
is dead.
We know. We read
Being
James.
alone.
We
Being
know.
alone. Go ahead.
You don't need to let us explain.
Yea,
that.
a man may say, thou hast faith,
You have faith.
and I have works.
I have works.
Show me thy faith.
don't mean
Is he
without
talking to
thy
God?
works.
Is he talking to God or is he talking to
And
another
I will
man?
show thee
Who's
my
doing
faith
that?
Who he talking
by
to?
my works.
Who he talking to?
Thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
Oh, vain man,
Oh,
faith without
yeah.
works is dead. Go ahead.
Was not Abraham our father
Not Abraham, our father.
justified by works? Justified by works?
Abraham justified by what?
Justified by works.
What was Abraham? Abraham was what?
Justified by works.